Hello everyone! Today we will look at the ranking of the world's highest consumption countries in 2024. Total global consumption is expected to exceed $100 trillion by 2024. I think this will be interesting information for those who like shopping. In 2024, the global economy is constantly evolving amid waves of change. The consumer market is no exception, and various factors such as each country's economic growth, population structure, and consumption trends influence changes in rankings. Online shopping is acting as a major driver of consumption growth. The growth of the middle class is contributing to increased consumption in emerging market countries. In this scenario, we will analyze the ranking of the world's consumer powerhouses in 2024 and take a deeper look, focusing on market economies. This data refers to reports from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the World Bank, and each country's statistical office. According to the International Monetary Fund's IMF projections for October 2024, the global consumer spending rankings are as follows. As of 2024, we introduced 10 countries with high global consumption. Now, let's set off to find the knowledge right to know. This is an analysis of the Korean market, ranked 10th in the world's consumption powerhouse by 2024. Market analysis of South Korea boasts solid economic growth, high wage levels, and innovative technology. Although we are aging, we have a population with high levels of education and technological proficiency. These are the rapid increase in online shopping, the Ms. generation consumption trend, the increase in health and wellness-related consumption, and the experience-oriented consumption trend. As a strategy to enter the Korean market, it is expected to utilize domestic online platforms, such as Coupang and 11th Street, and expand entry into overseas online platforms. It is also necessary to develop customized products and services, and utilize SIN's marketing by reflecting the consumption trends of the Ms. generation. It is necessary to provide health and wellness-related products and services with products tailored to the aging society and increasing health knowledge. There is a need to develop products and services for experience-oriented consumption, such as travel, culture, and leisure. This is something to consider when entering the Korean market. Intense competition with domestic and foreign companies is expected due to intensifying global competition. It requires an understanding of the challenging regulatory environment and continuous monitoring of rapidly changing consumption trends. South Korea is expected to become one of the world's major consumer markets in 2024. To enter the Korean market, utilize online platforms, reflect generation consumption trends. Strategies such as providing health and wellness-related products and services, and reflecting experience-oriented consumption trends are needed. There are things to consider when entering the Korean market, such as intensifying global competition, regulatory and legal requirements, and changing consumption trends. This is an analysis of the Italian market, the 9th largest consumer country in the world in 2024. Analysis of the Italian market highlights stable economic growth and high wage levels. Although aging is occurring, there is a significant population size within the European Union (EU). Trends include increased online shopping, preference for luxury products, and increased spending on health and wellness. As a strategy to enter the Italian market, it is expected to utilize online platforms and expand sales through online platforms such as Amazon and Zalando. It is necessary to enter the luxury product development market using luxury market expertise. It is necessary to provide products and services tailored to an aging society and increasing health knowledge. Things to consider when entering the Italian market include understanding Italian culture and consumption patterns and understanding cultural differences. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. Italy is expected to remain one of Europe's leading consumer markets in 2024. Entering the Italian market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, entering the luxury product market, and providing health and wellness-related products and services. There are many things to consider when entering the Italian market, including cultural differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the Canadian market, the 8th largest consumer country in the world in 2024. Canada's market analysis boasts solid economic growth, stable employment rates, and high wage levels. We have a high population growth rate, a high proportion of young people, and a multicultural society. Consumption trends include increased online shopping, increased health and wellness-related spending, and the pursuit of convenience. As a strategy to enter the Canadian market, it is expected to utilize online platforms and expand sales through online platforms such as Amazon and Shopify. There is a need to develop products and services for consumers with diverse cultural backgrounds. It is necessary to reflect consumer trends seeking convenience, such as online shopping and delivery services. Things to consider when entering the Canadian market require an understanding of the vast country and various regional characteristics. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. Canada is expected to remain one of the major consumer markets in North America in 2024. In order to enter the Canadian market, strategies such as utilizing online platforms, considering the characteristics of a multicultural market, and developing services that provide convenience are necessary. There are things to consider when entering the Canadian market, including regional differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the French market, the 7th largest consumer country in the world in 2024. Analysis of the French market boasts stable economic growth and high wage levels. Although the population is aging, it has a significant population size within the European Union (EU), an increase in online shopping, a preference for luxury products, and health and wellness spending are expected to increase. As a strategy to enter the French market, it is expected to utilize online platforms and expand sales through online platforms such as Amazon and Discount. Here is a need to develop high-end products leveraging France's luxury market expertise. It is necessary to provide products and services tailored to an aging society and increasing health knowledge. Understanding cultural differences in French culture and consumption patterns is important to consider when entering the market. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. France is expected to remain one of Europe's leading consumer markets in 2024. Entering the French market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, entering the luxury product market, and providing health and wellness-related products and services. There are many things to consider when entering the French market, including cultural differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the UK market, ranked 6th in the world's consumption powerhouse in 2024. The UK market analysis has stable economic growth and high wage levels. Although the population is aging, it has a significant population size within the European Union (EU), an increase in online shopping, an increase in health and wellness-related consumption, and an experience-oriented consumption trend are expected. Utilizing online platforms as a strategy to enter the UK market, it is expected that sales will increase through online platforms such as Amazon and Tesco. Trends must be reflected by providing products and services tailored to the aging society and increasing health knowledge. and by developing products and services for experience-oriented consumption, such as travel, culture, and leisure. Things to consider when entering the UK market include understanding the changing political and economic environment after Brexit. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. The UK is expected to remain one of Europe's leading consumer markets in 2024. Entering the UK market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, providing health and wellness-related products and services, and reflecting experience-oriented consumption trends. There are things to consider when entering the UK market, including the impact of Brexit, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the Indian market, the fifth largest consumer country in the world by 2024. The Indian market is witnessing rapid growth due to its fast-growing economy and young demographic, leading to a consumer market. It boasts the world's largest population, with a high proportion of young people, and rapid urbanization. Consumption trends such as increased online shopping, increased middle-class consumption, and widespread digital payments are expected. Utilizing online platforms as a strategy to enter the Indian market. Sales are expected to increase through online platforms such as Flipkart and Amazon. Securing price competitiveness to target price-sensitive consumers is important. It is necessary to develop products and services that take into account diverse local cultures and languages. Things to consider when entering the Indian market include a complex regulatory environment, and understanding and compliance with the difficult regulatory environment is required. Lack of logistics and communication infrastructure is a major problem. There is polarization in the consumer market due to the gap between rich and poor. It is expected to remain one of the world's fastest-growing consumer markets in 2024. Entering the Indian market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, ensuring price competitiveness, and considering local culture and language. There are things to consider when entering the Indian market, such as complex regulations, lack of infrastructure, and widening gap between rich and poor. This is an analysis of the German market, the fourth largest consumer country in the world in 2024. Analysis of the German market highlights robust economic growth, stable employment rates, and strong spending power due to high wage levels. Although aging is progressing, it boasts the largest population in the European Union, EU, and the number of single-person households is increasing. There is a preference for sustainable products, an increase in online shopping, and experience-oriented consumption trends. The German market entry strategy requires the development of sustainable products that are environmentally friendly and ethical. Sales are expected to increase through online platforms such as Amazon and Otto. There is a need to develop products and services for experience-oriented consumption, such as travel, culture, and leisure. Things to consider when entering the German market include understanding German culture and consumption patterns and understanding cultural differences. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. Germany is expected to remain the largest consumer market in Europe in 2024. Entering the German market requires strategies such as developing sustainable products, utilizing online platforms, and reflecting experience-oriented consumption trends. There are many things to consider when entering the German market, including cultural differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the Japanese market, the third largest consumer country in the world by 2024. The Japanese market analysis shows that the consumption structure is changing due to stable economic growth, high wage levels, and the entry into an aging society. Although aging is progressing, consumption is increasing due to the increase in single-person households and increased health knowledge. Consumption trends include a preference for high-quality products, increased consumption related to health and wellness, and a pursuit of convenience. As a strategy to enter the Japanese market, it is necessary to develop high-quality products that can satisfy demanding Japanese consumers. There is a need to provide health and wellness-related products and services tailored to an aging society and increasing health knowledge. It must reflect consumer trends seeking convenience, such as online shopping and delivery services. Things to consider when entering the Japanese market. Require an understanding of Japanese culture and consumption patterns. An understanding of the strict regulatory environment is required, and fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected. Japan is expected to remain one of the world's important consumer markets in 2024. Entering the Japanese market requires strategies such as developing high-quality products, providing health and wellness-related products and services, and developing services that provide convenience. There are things to consider when entering the Japanese market, including cultural differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the Chinese market, the second largest consumer country in the world by 2024. Analysis of the Chinese market shows steady economic growth and a rapidly growing middle class with increasing spending power. It boasts the world's largest population, and consumption trends among the younger generation are changing. The growth of online shopping, digital payments, and preference for premium products is driving increased consumption. Alibaba, G. Leverage online platforms as a strategy to enter the Chinese market. Sales through online platforms such as G.com are expanding. Although aging is progressing, consumption is increasing due to the increase in single-person households and increased health knowledge. Local digital payment systems such as WeChat Pay and Alipay are being used by linking payment systems. There is a need to develop premium products for consumers who value quality and brand value. Things to consider when entering the Chinese market. Require an understanding of the complex and changing regulatory environment. Fierce competition from domestic and foreign companies is expected, and an understanding of Chinese culture and consumption patterns is required. China is expected to remain one of the world's most important consumer markets in 2024. Entering the Chinese market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, linking digital payment systems, and developing premium products. There are things to consider when entering the Chinese market, including regulatory and legal requirements, increased competition, and cultural differences. This is an analysis of the US market, the world's #1 consumer powerhouse in 2024. Analysis of the US market boasts strong spending power due to steady economic growth and high wage levels. It has a young and growing population. It is leading to an increase in growth consumption such as online shopping, personalized services, and experience-oriented consumption. Sales through online platforms such as Amazon, eBay, and Etsy are expanding by utilizing online platforms as a strategy to enter the US market. It is necessary to provide customized products and personalized services through customer data analysis. We need to develop products and services that provide customers with memorable experiences. Things to consider when entering the US market include understanding American culture and consumption patterns. Compliance with regulatory and legal requirements is required to enter the US market. A differentiation strategy must be established in a fiercely competitive environment. The United States is expected to remain the world's largest consumer market in 2024. Entering the US market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, providing personalized services, and reflecting experience-oriented consumption trends. There are things to consider when entering the US market, including cultural differences, regulatory and legal requirements, and increased competition. This is an analysis of the Mexican market, ranked 15th in the world's consumption powerhouse by 2024. Analysis of the Mexican market shows that economic growth will slow by 3.0 in 2022. but the growth rate of 2.9 is expected to be maintained in 2023. The proportion of young people is high, and the population is growing. There is an increase in online shopping, an increase in middle-class consumption, and a consumption trend that pursues convenience. As a strategy to enter the Mexican market, sales through online platforms such as Mercado Libre and Amazon Mexico are expanding by utilizing online platforms. We need to target middle-class consumers by securing price competitiveness and developing customized products and services. It is necessary to reflect consumer trends that seek convenience, such as online shopping and delivery services. Things to consider when entering the Mexican market include high inflation and unemployment. The likelihood of policy changes due to political instability is very high. High crime rates must also be checked. Mexico is expected to remain one of the major consumer markets in Latin America in 2024. Entering the Mexican market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, targeting middle-class consumers, and developing services that provide convenience. There are factors to consider when entering the Mexican market, such as economic instability, political instability, and high crime rates. This is an analysis of the Saudi Arabian market, ranked 19th in the world's consumption powerhouse by 2024. Saudi Arabia's market analysis shows solid economic growth of 7.6 in 2022, and is expected to maintain a growth rate of 7.4 in 2023. The proportion of young people is high, the population is growing, and there is an increase in online shopping, an increase in middle-class consumption, an increase in consumption of luxury goods, and an increase in consumption of entertainment and leisure activities. Sales through online platforms such as Noon and Souk.com are expanding by utilizing online platforms as a strategy to enter the Saudi Arabian market. We need to target middle-class consumers by developing customized products and services while ensuring price competitiveness. It is necessary to target the luxury goods market by providing high-end brand products and services. It is necessary to provide products and services tailored to the increased consumption of entertainment and leisure activities, such as movies, performances, and travel. Things to consider when entering the Saudi Arabian market include understanding and respect for Islamic culture. The potential for political instability is high, and an understanding of the challenging regulatory environment and bureaucracy is required. Saudi Arabia is expected to remain one of the major consumer markets in the Middle East in 2024. Entering the Saudi Arabian market requires strategies such as utilizing online platforms, targeting middle-class consumers, targeting the luxury goods market, and developing entertainment and leisure activities products and services. There are things to consider when entering the Saudi Arabian market, such as cultural differences, political situation, and regulatory environment. The ranking of consumption powerhouses can change depending on various factors. We look forward to seeing which countries will emerge as consumer powerhouses in the future. This is an estimate as 2024 is still in progress, and the actual ranking may vary. Each country's consumer spending is influenced by many factors, including population, economic growth rate, and inflation rate. Countries with large populations generally have high consumer spending. Countries with high economic growth tend to have increased consumer spending. Countries with higher income levels have higher consumer spending. Different countries have different consumption patterns, which affect consumer spending. Subscriptions, likes, and comments are of great help to us. See you in the next video. Thank you.